Good afternoon, and welcome to episode 2 of Final Expense University. My name is Mike Mahogd, and I am the co-founder and CEO of Final Expense America. And in episode 1, ladies and gentlemen, we talked about final expense being a mega trend that is a simple business, but definitely not an easy business. And we said final expense was simple for 2 reasons. First of all, we're dealing with simple, solid people who are just looking for a solution to their problem, the high cost of dying. And we also said final expense is a simple business because we're dealing with simple products. Simplified issue whole life products to be exact, where there's no needles, no nurses, and no blood work. Well, there's also a third reason that final expense is simple, and that is final expense follows a simple 4-part process that when you operate on a day in and day out basis on this simple 4-part process, success will simply be a byproduct of you doing these right things daily with the right people and the right timing. So the first part of the simple final expense process is that you must be able to successfully sell yourselves in front of the client. Because everything else is irrelevant in the final expense business until you can first get in front of your client and share your story. As we say, using the baseball metaphor, you can't hit a home run until you get on the baseball field first. So I don't care how eloquently you can give your presentation, it's all irrelevant until you can get in front of your client first. So part number 1, and probably the most important part of the final expense process, is that you've got to be able to successfully sell yourself in front of your client. Part number 2 of the final expense process is that you've got to be able to give your final expense presentation with confidence, conviction, and completely each and every time. Because when you give your presentation with confidence and conviction, your client's going to feel comfortable doing business with you. But when you can give that presentation completely each and every time, it's going to allow you in most cases to handle those objections up front in the presentation instead of at the end with both emotions and stakes run high. And then part number 3 of the final expense presentation is that you got to solidify each and every sale that you write, each and every policy. Because in final expense, the policy that stays is the policy that pays. And the golden rule of final expense is this: is not the business that you write in final expense that counts, but it's the business that you keep. And then part number 4 of the final expense process is that you got to be able to sell the long-term relationship, as the fortune is truly in the follow-up and final expense. So if after you write that first policy, you don't want to abandon your clients. You want to keep up with them on a monthly basis. Send them emails, send them thank you cards, send them Christmas cards, etc. Because this is going to get you referrals from your clients. But it's also going to lead you to your annual review, which you do 12 months after you first write your policy, which we sort of call a lay down in this business because you already have a 12-month relationship built with this client. So, ladies and gentlemen, final expense is not only a simple business because of the simple people and the simple products we deal with. Final expense is also a simple business because we are executing on a simple 4-part process. So again, everybody, thank you for attending Final Expense University. As always, we look forward to partnering up with you in your final expense success. We're always available. Always feel free to reach out to us directly at area code 678-830-4096, or you can also visit us on the World Wide Web at www.finalexpenseamerica.com. That's finalexpenseamerica.com. God bless and have a great day.